And we know that it is that time of year when we do have to start worrying about severe weather. And we do have some first alert weather days declared already for tomorrow all the way through Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. A long string of days here. Now, it's not going to be stormy all day, every day. That is for sure. But each day, starting tomorrow, early in the morning, we will have a threat for a couple of thunderstorms, at least in North Texas, to turn severe. Not always in the immediate DFW area. We'll take a look at the timing and the location in a moment. The first of these alerts will be late tonight, midnight tonight through 9 a.m. tomorrow. And then the next one will be roughly the same time on Thursday. So midnight tomorrow night into mid-morning on Thursday. Friday, we could experience thunderstorms at any point. Very typical, of course, for this time of year. And it's possible that any of those storms on Friday will be capable of producing some hail, some wind, an isolated tornado. And then on Saturday, again, it's going to be mostly in the morning from midnight through the noon hour, that 12-hour stretch. We should be able to narrow that timing down a little bit more as we get closer to the weekend. Now, the primary threat with all of this is going to be wind and hail. In some cases, the hail could be the size of golf balls, large enough to do damage. So if covered parking is an option for you in the coming days through the weekend, I would suggest taking advantage of that. We could have wind at least 60 miles per hour. And again, an isolated tornado threat is possible. Right now, it's 80 degrees over at DFW Airport. It is warm for the 1st of April, about 10 degrees above normal. The wind is gusty, coming out of the south, gusting up to about 40 miles per hour at DFW. Same thing at Love Field, Fort Worth, 33 mile per hour gust, Denton, 41 mile per hour gust. It really doesn't matter where you are in North Texas. You're likely experiencing at least a breeze outside, if not a noticeable wind. And that wind will continue through the evening. That's one of the reasons why it's so warm. 70s right now in East Texas. We have 90s showing up to the west. Breckenridge just hit 90. Meanwhile, right around 80 or so for most of us here in the Metroplex. Overnight tonight, we only drop into the 60s. Usually this time of night, we're still in the 40s or 50s. So we'll stay way above normal tonight with, again, those thunderstorms possible after midnight. Tomorrow, just like today, another very warm day. Highs back up into the 80s. Here's a look at the first alert futurecast. Midnight tonight, this is what we're talking about, those storms coming in. Denton up to Gainesville to the Red River. So most of this is going to be north of I-20 through the late night hours tonight. And it's just a quick chance that comes leaves just as quickly as it gets here. 5 a.m. tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms moving from Fort Worth to Dallas and then making their way on out to the east. That's going to be on Wednesday morning tomorrow. And then as we get into Thursday, we're going to have a similar situation with thunderstorms mostly in the first half of the day. Severe weather threat for overnight tonight, slight to marginal. So on that scale, it goes from 1 to 5. We're at a 1 or a 2. Thankfully, it's not any higher than that. And generally speaking, we're looking at about a 1 or 2 on that threat scale for the next 4 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. First alert weather days for each of those. Again, most of the storm activity will be in the morning. You can see temperatures drop a little bit, going from the 80s to for tomorrow and Wednesday into the 70s for the end of the week, and then 50s as we get into Sunday. So a little bit cooler for the weekend.
That Sunday will grab your attention. Ashton, thanks so very much.